Okay, so we're back, and this is again Pretty Posh's Ruffles. You just can't have one. My broken chocolate, and we've, if you've watched the earlier videos, we've shaved her body with the 10 blade, turned her upside down, done most of her abdomen and inner thighs, and then shaped her legs. And now we're gonna go ahead and do her chest and her front legs. So same thing, I'm just gonna turn her around. I'm gonna put my hand underneath her hips and I'm gonna roll her backwards. And you'll hear my butt jumping around again because he always thinks it's time to play when I'm shooting videos. So she's really tense. It's okay, Mama. It's okay, Mama. It's okay, girl. Okay, so we've done, I see a couple spots I need to clean up here. So I'm just shaping her legs with my curved tip scissors, making sure that the lines are nice and clean, nice and round. Should be tubular shape for the puppy cut. And these curved tips are what I prefer to use. Okay, so now you can see we've done her abdomen up to about underneath her armpits. It's okay, Mama. At this point, I'm going to, it's okay, it's okay. I'm going to turn her over. Let me back up a little bit. Now, it's okay, girl. I don't really prefer to do this, but it is the safest way to restrain them. So I am going to take her ears and I'm going to put them in between my knees. I'm going to hold her front legs down so that I can get her chest. I'm going to grab my Andes clippers again. It's okay, girl. No. It's all right. It's okay. Nope, she's going to freak out. And your bunny may do this too. They don't really like being on their back. They're a prey animal and this is scary to them. It's okay, girl. So I'm going to try to do it quickly. You're okay. If they kick too much, they can break their back. So if she struggles any much more, we'll go ahead and put her back, but I think she'll be okay. It's okay, girl. So I'm gonna go right underneath her chin, and they may try to bite at the clippers. That's normal. They really don't like it. I'm taking my 10 blade again, and I'm gonna go straight down. I don't wanna get this part of around her, her cheeks, because that's what I'm gonna shape into the puppy cut, but I do wanna get right underneath her chin. This is where it gets matted when they drink, when they eat greens. She's mad. It's okay, Raffies. She's mad and she's trying to bite it, but that's okay. I know, you're mad. So I'm just gonna, same thing, I'm gonna go down. Now I'm holding her front legs back and down. And I'm just gonna blow the fiber away so I can see what I'm doing. It's okay, girl. And I have found that if you try to keep the clipper on them and do less taking it away and putting it back, they're not as jumpy because they can't see what you're doing. So the more, more touches, the jumpier they'll be. So the more constant, easier on the rabbit. It's okay, girl. So I'm gonna try to bite again. Okay, so at this point, I'm gonna see her little leg here. I'm gonna turn her to the side, and I'm just gonna go barely past her elbow, because you don't want to take off much more than that, or they will not look like a puppy cut. It'll look like a naked bunny. Okay, so same thing on this side. Let me go ahead and get this. I'm gonna pull her leg forward. There's her little chocolate spot on her elbow there. And same motion, I'm going to be flat on the surface and then flicking out because that's blending. Good girl. She's relaxing a little bit. She was not happy about this. This is the part they don't like the least. That's why I kind of save it for the last. I know, girl. Okay, so now we're gonna go up underneath and do her armpits. Now this part you do want to be very careful because they do have a lot of loose skin right underneath the armpits. And also be conscious of where their nipples are as well. Good girl. And same thing, I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna flick out, but I'm not gonna go all the way up the leg because I'm gonna scissor these or else she's gonna have a naked leg. Okay, girl. Now I'm kind of spreading them apart just so I can get right in between. And I want to make sure I'm going to go down the same amount on both sides of her front legs. Okay, girl. I know. See how she jumps when I take the clipper away? But if I'm constant with it, it's not as much of a shock to her, and she's less jumpy. It's harder to do that because you do need to see what you're doing. Good girl. And I'm keeping pressure on her so she doesn't think it's time to get up. I mean, I'm not pushing on her, but I'm keeping a grip on her front legs because she knows as soon as I release them that she can get up, and she wants to get up. Okay, so I'm just gonna check here. We need to go up a little bit here. I need to go up a little bit here. Good girl. Okay, now, trying to be quick because they don't like this. Now I'm going to shape her front legs while she's upside down. I see that I need to blend this in a little bit better. I do recommend trying to do this quickly because it is really stressful for your rabbit. And you don't have to do this all at one time either. You know, if this is your own bunny, you know, I would, in your first time doing it, I'm rounding this as well. I would recommend just doing it in steps and letting them rest. And then also you can step back and see how it's looking, what you want to change. I mean, I do it in a two-step process so that I can fix any unevenness. I can let my rabbits rest. I can take my time and make sure that I am, make sure that I'm not missing anything and making them nice and even. She'll kick me. It's okay, girl. It's all right. She's like, I've had it. I know, Ruffles. I know. One more leg. I'm not going to make it super perfect because she's not happy. I can always come back, but this is just for I'm going to reposition her ears and my knees because they were coming loose. Good girl. So same thing, trying to make it straight and tubular. Good girl, Mama. And some of the hair position will change once she's sitting up, and we can go back through with our thinning shears, which I'm going to show you next, and fix any of that. This is just getting majority off where she's gonna, you know, she's restrained, so it's a little bit easier because when they're bouncing around, it's really hard to do their legs without cutting them, and you don't want to cut them. I don't want to cut mine. Okay, I'm about to let her up because I can tell she's stressed. Good girl. And then I let her up slowly so she doesn't like freak out. Good girl. Okay, go ahead and pause. Okay, we cleaned up all our mess and now you can see her back legs they look pretty tubular, nice and even. She's got a little bit on her front leg right here that I need to go ahead and fix. And you'll really see your mistakes when they start bouncing around and walking around. So that's when I go in like the next day and go and any little hairs that may decide to pop out, go ahead and take those off. Okay, girl. Okay, so for the most part, she's pretty good. So now we're gonna, let's see, her tail, I usually just try to make their tail just a little shorter and still round, just so it kind of all matches. So I just kind of grab their tail, hold it up, and with my curved scissors, just go ahead and make it really even and round, because it looks super cute like that. Good girl. Okay, so there's her tail. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to her face. Now, she has very nice facial furnishings, and so I usually, here Marcus, why don't you get on this side? I'm gonna ask my cameraman to move over. She wants to sit like this. So my bunnies, you know, I'm not gonna force them to stay in one spot. If they are comfortable, like she's comfortable facing him, facing over here, I'm not gonna move her. I'm gonna let her stay where she wants. Because she's spoiled like that? No, it's just because it's easier for her to be comfortable than for us to be comfortable. Okay, so for shaping for the puppy cut, I use my my curved tip shears, and I'm gonna start right behind her ear right here, and then I'm gonna start shaping it into a circle, a half circle, should I say. And she already has a bit of a half circle. And you might need to go on the other side, Marcus. No, you need to go on the other side, Marcus. Okay, stop.